Looks good. Perfect strap, no problems. 1. Looks good. Perfect strap, no problems. Looks good. Perfect strap, no problems. Looks good. Perfect strap. Oh shit, I might see a tiny touch of moisture on there, but that might have been from pulling it out of the tube. Very hard to tell. Looks pretty good though. That's what I get for making 1,000,000 pounds of boost. Looks good. This one's covered in oil, but that's my fault. Hard to say. The oil is from me pouring it into the oil hole and being a slob. Dry, dry, dry. Questionable. Dry, dry. There might be a touch of moisture in number 4. It looks okay though. Gosh dang it. So these gaskets, the cut ring gasket, you're supposed to, they wanted them assembled dry back in 2021 when I built this motor. So you didn't put anything on the gasket, but they've decided since that if you're using an iron block like this is, you're supposed to put a halamar coating on the gasket because it's like notoriously uneven. Now if it was on an aluminum block it would be fine because the aluminum block expands when it gets hot real fast. But the iron block doesn't expand real fast when it gets hot, so it can be a little bit, tiny bit of wiggle room between the head and the aluminum block while it's heating up, and you can lose oil between the coolant jackets and the galleys for the coolant and the galleys for the oil. So there's a possible that happened, and if that happened, I'll just redo the head. I have like a whole spare motor. I can just slap a head gasket on it. My friend's got a Bridgeport with a fly cutter and all of the correct stuff. I mean, I may even just pay a machine shop to do it. I don't care. I know I just put a ton of oil down that one tube, but such is life. It'll burn off. It's the least of my worries at the moment. I'm supposed to drive to Michigan here in a couple days, so we'll see. Not great though. Not what I wanted to find. The most worrying thing is the moisture on the underside of the oil cap. That's not great at all. But again, I pushed all the water out of this doing 140 across the local bridge the other night. This cap was on funny. It was like, see this cap, it's tight, but the other night it was on like, if I can even get to move. The cap was on like that the other night, so it's like not tight. So when I hit high RPMs, it like pushed all the water out and hit the turbo, and there was like tons of steam. I actually thought that I set the thing on fire because there was so much steam, but you know, it is what it is. I know my oil drain backs up too and makes my turbo smoke a little bit, but that's the E85. It attacks the polymers in the oil drain. So I got a new oil drain to put on it too, but I'm gonna have to pull the turbo off to do that, so that might be the next step. I really need to do a compression test and I really need to sniff the oil for, I need to sniff the coolant for carbon to see if I'm losing oil into the coolant, but my opinion is I'm probably losing coolant into the oil, which isn't great for the bottom end because the bottom end's all built with rods and pistons and stuff. I really don't want to dust the bottom end if I don't have to, because I can just put a new head gasket on and fix everything if I do the halamar layer, which is like kind of like a copper spray gasket type deal. You just like spray the rubber, but you can't touch the cut rings, because if you touch the cut rings with the spray, it will screw up how much the clamping force is and stuff. And again, this head makes a little bit of noise, but my spare motor came from a little old man who was an AMSOIL rep and changed it every 1,000 miles, and it's like super mint, but it's got stock pistons and rods, so I don't want to run that. And this is a 3.3 and the other motor's a 2.8, even though the heads are identical. So I may fly cut this head, or I may switch to the other head. The cams and the valves in this head are aftermarket, which are better. But again, it is what it is. You know, this is what you get when you make a high performance car that makes, you know, 650, 700 horsepower. She gets pissed when you beat on it and don't service it. So we'll see.